Hare Krishna, Sadat Pranam to all. Welcome all the Japa leads. Thank you all for leading a nice Japa. So we shall have our next program. That is, we shall start with our Bhagavad Gita class. So today we are going to discuss about Sloka 15.9, Bhagavad Gita 15.9. So just before we begin, shall we have a short Kirtan? Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Thank you, Hare Krishna. So let us not lose any time. We shall now begin with our sloka today. Sloka I'll be sharing on the screen. Anybody is there to recite with me? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Maharaj, you can recite. Yes. I'm sharing this sloka. Bhagavad Gita 15.9. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Next. Reading from Sloka 15.9. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Stotram Chakshu
Shotram Chakshuhu
Parshanam Cha
Parshanam Cha
Rasanam Grahanam Evacha
Rasanam Ghranam Cha
Adhishtaya Manaschayam
Adhishthaya Manaschayam
Vishayan Upasevayate
Vishayanupasevate
Stotram Chaktusparsham Cha
Shotram Chakshu Sparshanam Cha
Rasanam Grahanam Evacha
Rasanam Ghranam Cha
Adhishtaya Manaschayam
Adhishthaya Manaschayam
Vishayan Upasevayate
Visayan Upasevate
Shotram Chakshusprashasnam Cha Rasanam Grahanam Evacha Adhishtaya Manastayam Vishayanupasevayate.
Shotram Chakshu Sparshanam Cha Rasanam Ghranam Cha Adhishthaya Manaschayam Vishayanupasevate.
Thank you, Mahatji. Hare Krishna. So we shall go to the word meaning translation. Word to word meaning by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Strotram mean ears. Chakshu eyes. Sparshanam touch. Cha also. Rasanam tongue. Grahanam smelling power. Eva also. Cha and Adhishtaya being situated in. Manaha mind. Cha also. Ayam he. Vishayan, sense objects. Upasevayate, enjoys. So the translation goes like this. The living entity, thus by taking the gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects. So we shall also go to the purport. The purport says, in other words, if the living entity adulterates his consciousness with the qualities of cats and dogs, in his next life he gets a cat or a dog body and enjoys it. Consciousness is originally pure, like water. But if we mix water with a certain color, it changes. Similarly, consciousness is also pure, for the spirit soul is pure. The consciousness is changed according to the association of material qualities. Real consciousness in Krishna consciousness. When therefore one is situated in Krishna consciousness, he is pure in his life. But if the consciousness is adulterated by some type of material mentality, in the next life he gets the corresponding body. He does not necessarily get the human body again. He can change, he can get the body of a cat, dog, hog, demigod, or one of the many other forms, for there are 8.4 billion species. Hare Krishna. Let's begin with the Guruma prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuktapatakamalам Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Sagana Laguna Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanutamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So thank you all for giving me this opportunity. Though I am not at all qualified for speaking about this, still I take it as for my own purification. Hare Krishna. So we are going to discuss about here what is told in the sloka here is that there are different types of senses, the five senses and the mind grouped together, which actually develop our consciousness. Consciousness is actually pure, as told by Slok Krishna himself. Consciousness is purely pure, because consciousness comes from eternal. It doesn't come from anywhere else. Consciousness is from eternal. Like the rainwater which falls down. When the rainwater droplets are coming down, it's actually very pure. But once it gets mixed with the mud, it gets adulterated. So likewise, the consciousness we have acquired is pure. But after we enter into the material ocean, our consciousness also gets adulterated. Like this, we are seeing many things. We are coming to contact with the eyes. Through the eyes, we are getting to hear with the ears. We are getting to Hare Krishna. Just a minute. Just give me a break. Yeah. So consciousness is actually, we are trying to get associated with material. That's when our consciousness begins to adulterate. So what are the means we lose our consciousness? Okay. by the eyes. The eyes are very, very vibrant. Okay. As soon as you open your eyes, you see many, many things. You see colorful, you see beautiful, you see so many things gets into your mind, the mind gets registered from the eyes. So the eyes can be used properly or it can be used improperly. The same way, the ears also can be used properly and improperly. If we listen to some mundane music, okay, our consciousness starts developing according to the tune of that music, okay. But if you listen to a beautiful kirtan, okay, then our mind calms down, our mind becomes beautiful, our mind becomes thinking wonderfully. So even the smell, if we taste some unwanted, if we smell some unwanted things, our consciousness also gets very, very underdeveloped. So taste, if we taste only prasadam, then we are very saved. We are always saved by taking prasadam. So that's why we give so much importance to prasadam, boga, offering prasadam, uh, sankirtan for the years, and then we go to Dham, visit the Dham, holy Dham. When we visit the holy Dham, we see Sakshat Bhagavan in front of us. So our eyes gets purified. But if the same opportunity we take to go to some mall or some scenic places, so then when our eyes, chakshu yan gets contaminated. So like this, Maya has many, many things. So Maya is thorough. Maya is thorough. You cannot blame Maya. Okay, she is very thorough in her activities. So what is the purpose of Maya? Why did Krishna create Maya? Krishna created Maya for filtering the pure of the pure. Okay, it is not that anything. So Krishna has given this charge to Maya. Maya means Maya puts you to different at of stress and different types of hearing, seeing, tasting, everything. But then when you stand alone, alone, then when you can overcome Maya. So Maya is just like water. Okay, when you see water flowing from a river, do you think you can anywhere stop it? See, sometimes they say put a dam and stop it, right? That's one thing. But the water flows, it flows in all direction. If you block it this way, it moves that way. If you block it that way, it moves that way. It travels, it's going on to travel. So even if there is a little hole, it goes on to travel. Like if you put a glass of water with some holes, immediately, whether the hole is on the bottom or of the top, if it's bottom, it is force. It is in the top, it is little slow. Like that, water will just find its way immediately through any hole. Like that is our consciousness. So we should be very, very careful. And then we must understand that water is very, very clear. Water is very clean. So like the rainwater, I told you, it is very crystal clear. It is one of the distilled water. They say we find distilled water, no distilled water bottles we get. The rainwater is the natural distilled water. So it is very pure. But as soon as it comes into contact with the material nature, that is the soil, it becomes contaminated. But again, if you take that same water, if you redistill it and you can use it, it is becomes crystal clear. So that is how our consciousness also depends. So we are born with Krishna consciousness. We are Krishna consciousness, and we are born with Krishna consciousness. But due to our association with the material world, that we have lost its composure. See, as soon as the baby cries, the mother gives something. Okay, the father gives something, and the baby gets attracted. It becomes silent. But some children don't get silent. You might have heard there was a beautiful story. Okay, a baby was going on crying, 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 and suddenly the next people next to him started saying, "Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare." That moment, the baby was silent. As soon as stops the kitten, it's a wah wah like that. It starts crying. So like that, we are also like that. When we come to association of devotees, we become calm, we become silent, we become joyful. The moment we leave the association of devotees, we become miserable. We become miserable in this material ocean. So like this, the consciousness is very, very pure, originally pure like water. But we mix water to a certain color, it changes. Like the color means not like this, not the exact color. If you mix with the devotee consciousness, it is devotee. You become associated with devotees. If you mix with your friends, with go for party and all that, it becomes that consciousness. If you mix with that, if you get association with the television, it goes to that concept consciousness. If you go out, if you go see this, that, everything. So consciousness keeps changing. Similarly, consciousness is pure as the spirit soul is also pure. So, but consciousness gets changed according to the association of material qualities. There are many material qualities, n number of material qualities. The path you take, you are saved. The path if you take the wrong path, then you are going astray. You're going here and there. So another thing which we find here is people get attracted by God. What is God? What is God? Worship God. They say that God is their order supplier. So this is very, very pathetic. They go to the temple, do some archana, pay some money, do some archana, and they plead to the Lord. Lord, I have done this archana for you. Today you get me this. So this is actually doing business. As you told, as told by senior Vaishnavas earlier, let us not get into business with Krishna consciousness. Okay, let us not do business. Our business should be consciousness to become pure. That is the only thing. So, what has happens in Vrindavan consciousness? What do you mean by Vrindavan consciousness? Vrindavan consciousness means simply give pleasure to Krishna and not expect anything in return except the opportunity to serve. So this is Vrindavan consciousness. So which consciousness which you all prefer? Krishna consciousness in Vrindavan consciousness or material consciousness or some other consciousness? So it is up to us. So we should know Vrindavan consciousness gave only one thing, serve the Supreme Lord, the extent possible. Serve him as much as possible, and then you can, and we should not expect any return. This is what is the very, 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 very diligent quality. We should not expect any return. When we expect returns, there when we fall. So what is that? Simply chant. When we chant the holy names with the spirit, with this spirit, when we chant, there is less contamination. So we don't get any contamination. So when we chant Krishna in the mood to serve Krishna, see, then you don't expect. See, suppose you happen to meet your friend, age-old friend, a childhood friend, okay, and he was very dear to you at that point of time, okay, and he was very dear to you at that point of time. So you meet him, and would you think you'll ask him something after you do some service for him? No, we won't do that. No, we say we say no. I don't want anything. If you are happy, I am happy. So when you treat a friend, age-old friend like this, what to say about Krishna? Okay, Krishna is our eternal spirit, eternal friend. So we have come away from him. It's not that Krishna has sent us away. No, it is we have chosen to be in this material world. When we have chosen to be in this material world, then it is our responsibility. So think what right, what wrong, and all that. So this thing. So one of the important things is that getting rid of these type of impurities in the heart. We can get rid of the impurities in our heart by turning our consciousness to Krishna. That's all, nothing more. You don't have to do anything else. We can get rid of these impurities just by turning to Krishna. Whatever you do, whatever you see Krishna. Whatever you hear Krishna. Whatever you smell, smell Krishna. Whatever you taste, taste Krishna. Whatever you speak, you also speak about Krishna. So by this only thing, installed in the first verse of Nectar of Instruction, very nice verse. So this verse is very, very nice to share. So like that, with the mind, we can do many things. We can control the five senses, but properly, we should control the proper, take the proper path in controlling. Okay, not that the mind gets associated with the chakshu and sees whatever he likes. He can tune. See, like we have this laptop now, we are using it for Krishna consciousness. So this is very purified way of doing it. But if we use just to see some mundane movies or some other sites, websites, and all that, then our chakshu eyes gets contaminated. So it's like infection. Okay, once the infection sets in, it's not going to leave you. It's going to drain you. It is going to drain you. After it drains you, then you realize, oh my God, what did I do? Where did I associate with? And then we have to come back. It takes a lot of time to come back also. So better say no. We should learn to say no when we have to say no. It is very important. Say the word of no to use it in the right place. Okay, this way the mind can say no to so many things and say yes to Krishna. That's all. Okay, so Krishna consciousness is important. The killer says, what is a killer? Or who is a killer? A killer with comes some weapons. No, he say, I shall kill you. At the same time, the same weapon, if it's used by a surgeon, it says that I shall save you. So the mode is important. Which mode you tune, which mode you choose is very important. If you take to the killer mode, then you're doing the wrong thing. If you take the surgeon mode, you're doing the right thing. So let us act like surgeons for ourselves. We should become surgeons of our thing. Our operation is we should operate ourselves properly. We should take the surgeon role and operate our consciousness properly. When we operate our consciousness properly, then our surgeon becomes successful. If you don't do it, you become a killer of yourself. Hare Krishna. So I just want to share you again a little PPT which we went through right now. Some of the pictures I have collected with me. I would like to share with that, and then we can have a pause for any questions and answers. Yes, I just begin now. Hare Krishna. So this is the sloka which we did today, the purport, and then I will put you on to the slideshow. Yes. Okay. This is the purpose. So this is the glass of water. Can you see this glass of water which has some holes, which flows away. So this way, Maya is thorough. Maya is thorough. Just like water, it can find its way anyway. Okay. If you give a little opportunity for Maya, it can travel anywhere, anywhere. So this is the. It has got many holes. We should know to block these holes. How we can do? Yes. Water. I just move this away. Yeah. Yes. Water is clean, no? Like the rain droplets, I said it's very clean. Similarly, our consciousness is also clean. It gets contaminated with the material nature. Yeah, next. I would like to share. What's happening? The screen is not moving. Yeah, now, like this, consciousness is also pure like water, but we mix with certain color, it changes. Similarly, consciousness, when we mix with the spirit, then it becomes pure, spirit pure. Many people worship like the order carrier. We want this, we want that. Yeah, no, Krishna is not order carrier. We have to serve him. When we serve him, Krishna gives abundantly. So that should not be mistaken. Hare Krishna. So we can get rid of these impurities. How we can get rid of these impurities? By turning our consciousness to Krishna consciousness, Lord Krishna. The mind, we can think with Krishna and project our consciousness to him, then there Krishna is there abundantly to give us blessings. So with that blessings, we can move forward in Krishna consciousness. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity. With this, I would like to stop share here. And last but not the least, you can see this. This is about Krishna is the source of everything. He is the splendor of the moon. He is the splendor of the fire. He is the splendor of the sun. He is the source of everything. Okay, this is what we have to understand. In human form, we tend to forget the origin of the eternal form. That's where we lose our opportunity. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Nandaram. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, over to you.